Hi there, let me introduce myself. My name is Frida Armstrong and I'm a maths teacher who loves helping students. More specifically, I love empowering students to figure things out for themselves, which is of course what every student wants to be able to do. I love showing students not just the skills of how to do a particular problem, but also the skill of how to do it next time, no matter the subject, the topic area, or their current ability level. I work with Ian Taylor at MathsTurningPoint, and what we do at MathsTurningPoint is help VCAA methods and SPECH students get better at doing exam questions so that they can walk in and out of the exam room feeling confident and joyous, knowing that they can handle whatever is put in front of them. I'm guessing you're a lot like many other students in the state. You've probably spent countless hours over the years drilling your math skills, pages and pages and pages of repetition. This method of teaching maths is pretty traditional. You walk into the class and the teacher delivers a piece of content. Then you are given a set of exercises to practice this skill. Have you ever found, though, that you were okay at doing the exercises in class, but then when it came to doing the test, the questions looked nothing like the ones you had expected? You see, answering the same type of problem over and over and over, much like you have been doing your whole life in maths classes, makes you really good at one thing: doing the same type of problem. Think about it. If all you ever did for exercise was push-ups, day after day of push-ups, you'd get really good at doing, well, push-ups. Would this improve your overall strength? Maybe a bit. Would it make you fit and healthy? Probably not. It depends, I guess, on your definition of fit and healthy, but I think you'll agree that it won't necessarily improve your performance in a given sport or competition. The same goes for maths. If all you ever do is repetitive work, then all you'll ever get good at is, well, repetitive work. And of course, this is not how your ability in maths is assessed. Can you think back to your earliest formal maths lessons or your earliest memories of maths in the classroom? Can you remember who was good at maths? It was the kid who got the top test mark, was it not? Or the kid who was fastest and most accurate with their tables? And so many people, not least of all your parents no doubt, use those test scores as a marker of your mathematical intelligence. You are only as good as your marks, right? Well, that's not actually true, but if you're anything like a lot of my students, you're here not only because you want to be good at maths, but because you want to be good at doing tests and exams. Have you ever been working through some past exam questions and then looked up the answers and was faced with that feeling that comes with having no idea where the answers came from? Or perhaps you might have been one of those students that looked at the answers and said, well, yeah, I can follow that, but there's no way that I would have been able to do that on my own. I would never have been able to know that that was the path I was supposed to take. Or maybe you're like many of my students who say to me, if only I knew what the question was asking for, especially in some of those analysis questions. Or more simply, they say to me, I just don't know where to start. Maybe you're a high-end achiever and the solving part of the problem actually comes reasonably naturally to you, but you're losing marks for lots of little things, so the marks you are getting don't reflect your true ability. Back when I first started teaching, there weren't anywhere near the resources that are around today for teaching students how to think. I remember trying to teach a Year 9 class about worded problems and encouraging them to just highlight key words. Don't even solve it yet, just identify the key words. Back then, I couldn't model to them what I meant or what I wanted them to pick up on. I couldn't project the question onto the board. In fact, I couldn't even write the question on the chalkboard and highlight the key words because you couldn't write over your work on a chalkboard. Drawing diagrams was hard and showing calculator steps was near impossible. Even when overhead projectors came out, I found it difficult to show my students what they needed to be thinking, what pictures they needed to be creating in their heads in order to interpret the problem, because I was just so slow at writing. And to be honest, I wasn't the best drawer, even at the best of times. Art was certainly not my strongest suit. With the advances of technology and the introduction of the iPad, a whole new world opened up. Finally, as a teacher, I was able to pre-draw my diagrams and solutions with colour and clarity and was able to show my students in real time what they needed to be doing and thinking to achieve success with the given problem. I could easily flip between handwritten solutions and graphical programs that could provide an accurate and often animated or moving picture of what I was trying to describe. Visuals are so important in teaching. I just can't imagine now teaching without them. But of course we had to back in the day. There are indeed many teachers out there who do still use the old technology, and many of them have great board work and are indeed great teachers. But I think in this day and age, students need more. It's a highly competitive world out there, and the exams are not necessarily about your intelligence or ability. They are a ranking device. They're designed to put you in order, and you need to be able to play the game, or beat the system, so to speak, to ensure you are getting more marks on the exam than the person beside you. Even just one extra mark on the exam can leapfrog you ahead of hundreds of other students. Now, you want to be one of those students, making sure you are ticking all of the boxes and accessing as many marks as you possibly can. When I first started using this style of teaching in the classroom, I had no idea if this would work. I was so nervous walking into class, but within a few short minutes, I felt like I'd hit teaching jackpot, a nirvana. The kids loved it. I finally felt like I was able to bridge that void or that gap between just showing them the answer and teaching them how to figure it out for themselves. So over the last year or so, my colleague Ian and I have been putting together a series of videos that target specifically the VCAA exam questions, and we walk through each one with you, showing you what you need to do. Unlike a printed answer, we talk to you just like as if you were sitting next to us, a tutor on demand, so to speak. And we take you by the hand and show you not only where the answers came from, but also what you need to do to have success with this type of problem next time. We show you the long, in-depth ways of understanding and solving the problems, and we also show you the shortcuts. And the best bit is, you don't have to sit through hours of lectures and tutorials to be told one small thing. I was one of those students at school that would ask a teacher a question wanting just the answer to that one question, and then I'd be given this entire spiel about the whole host of things related to that one small question. There's none of that here. You come in and watch the one video, get exactly what you need, and then move on. The content is 100% authentic VCAA material. We haven't gone and made up a whole lot of questions. We haven't tried to copy what's already out there or created some pseudo kind of sort of similar questions that maybe be a bit like what you might get at the end of the year. We believe that the very best material you can use to prepare yourself for the exam is the exam material that the examiners themselves have written. Much like authors, everyone naturally writes in a different style, and it's very hard to replicate and copy or produce a trial exam. Sure, there are companies out there that do it, and many of them do it well, but at Maths Turning Point, we want to hit at the very heart of the VCE curriculum, and the only way to do this is to use the authentic VCAA exam material. We have been granted copyright permission to do this. In fact, any of the free stuff that you might see out there, like free exam solutions, is unlikely to have gone through the proper channels. I must add in here though that the VCAA do not endorse anything that we say, but they are happy for us to use their material to teach you and prepare you as best we possibly can for the exams. As a result of our new teaching methods, it's fair to say that the students love it, and they love it for a reason. They get it. They understand what's going on in the various problems, and they get a chance to peek inside my head or an expert's head and see what we are doing to put the puzzle together. We've helped all manner of students, from those wanting to achieve a study score in the high 40s and even reaching for a 50, to those wanting to get a 25 to get into the course of their dreams. And we've helped them do that. So this is what the Maths Turning Point website looks like. Inside you'll find solutions to the past 4 years worth of exams, and the questions are categorised by both year and by topic area. This means if you want to spend a day doing some intense study on, say, probability in order to master those questions, you can just go to that area and watch those videos and get a real feel for how to answer typical exam questions. Or you might just be stuck on one particular question, and rather than feeling frustrated and feel like throwing in the towel and walking away, you can get the answer that you need and move on. Now, when using this membership area, don't feel like you have to sit down and watch hours and hours of maths videos. There's more in there than you would ever possibly need. You don't actually need to watch all of the videos in order to get the most out of the experience. More is not always better. Sometimes it's just more. What we do recommend you do is just start somewhere, anywhere. Start with the 2012 paper exam 1, question 1. If you have trouble, come and access our site and see what you need to do, then try it again on your own. If you think you've mastered that, then try the 2011 paper exam 1, question 1. Success will breed more success. When you see yourself getting mark after mark after mark, you will intrinsically want more. You'll get addicted to that feeling of success. And as you do, you'll gain the confidence to try some of the harder problems. Sure, there'll be questions that will stump you, but rather than getting trapped into a cycle of frustration and annoyance, you'll be able to get the help, the support, and the answers you need, and then look forward to seeing the improvement next time. At Maths Turning Point, we give you the how and the why. We provide you with a place to learn at your own pace. Not only do you get the solutions to the essential past papers that you cannot afford to be without, but you'll also get the explanations. Where did the answers come from? Or how did I know which formula to use? What were the clues in the question that gave that information away? And we also talk a little bit about what to expect or what you can anticipate seeing in this year's exam. So all of that probably sounds like a lot to take in, so here's what I recommend you do. If you like what you see here, click the button below and you'll be granted instant access to the site. Now, our product comes with a 100% money-back guarantee. If you are unhappy at all for any reason, we will refund your purchase price in full. That is to say, if you purchase this product and then look at the videos and you don't feel that they helped you in the way that you thought that they would, or if you purchase this product and never log in because you found the answers through some other means, just shoot me an email within 21 days of purchasing and I'll refund your membership price, no questions asked. Basically, if I have your money and you don't want me to have it, then I don't want it and I'll give it back to you straight away. This way the risk is all on me. So let me just recap one more time. This is what you get: video solutions, calculator tips. You get to watch everything at your own speed. And if you need clarification on anything, just leave me a comment or send me an email and I'm happy to help you out. So go ahead and sign up below and we'll see you on the inside.